The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What you listening to, man? What they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, trying to figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't hear you 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. And get night music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roco on today, like, feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
All right, cool. So look, now that you and the radio show and everybody, y'all are at y'all 200th episode. I mean, you think about that, 200 episodes, like that's some time editing. That's a ton of time, networking with people to get them on. Stuff people don't see behind the scenes. How the hell did y'all make it to 200 episodes? Like with all the burnout that actually happened, like how do you make it there?
Well, I was gonna say, just to mess with you, first off, it will probably be the 4-year break that we took when we started the show in 2015 and then came back during the pandemic. But the other biggest part is I'm sitting here with two of them right now. It's the community around this show is the big part of it. It's I would say it's the community around the show that does that part of it, where you find out that what you're doing actually matters to people. Even in the smallest way. So I feel like that's the part that keeps the burnout from coming in, is that people, the community around this show, the people who come in and guest host, the people who are invested, who, whether big or small, have something to say, comment, and things like that. So just to know that even if it's just a handful of people that we reach, man, it makes it worth it. So, I hope we got 200 more left in us, and I hope that, that ends up with like a sponsor or something like that. But we definitely gonna keep trying to push this product. But yeah, man, it's dedication. As I tell you, man, we started this thing with just kind of first off, I was gonna say with this, at first, Ez was like, I don't know. And I basically like told my little brother, like, hey,
you doing this shit.
You doing this shit.
Yes. In a nutshell.
Like
in a nutshell.
Yeah, like you're doing this, and then lo and behold, look at it. He does it. He's like, wait a minute. So not only is like he likes it, but he's good at it. So it fit. And then I think the best part is being able to meet people that you never knew beforehand, and then you become cool with them. You become friends. Like Jimmy, you and I, we're friends. We text, we talk. Zino,
man, we bros, bro.
Yes, Zino and I, we text, we talk. We've talked about personal stuff within our careers and things like that. You build relationships. You start rooting for people. Like I'm the biggest supporter of On The Go. I'm the biggest supporter of ZZ Talk, man. I'm like, anything I can do to help my brothers out, I'm with it. And that goes for all our other pie buddies. Like like we friends with. Like I could just name them off. You got Notorious Moms podcast. You got Mama's Cocktail Hour, the Break Room. I mean, I could go on and on with the homies that we made. Carol J. I mean, the list is just it's just out there. Yeah, my black friend. I can't forget about Devo.
Devo.
That's right.
Man, that's amazing, bro. That is amazing. And I'll say this much to 16. You got to give some credit to Kanye, bro. I mean, Kanye was producing some content for you.
He was, and I'll tell you somebody else who was helping produce content for us. And this will be the only time I ever give him props. And it ain't really props. It's just he was so dysfunctional. But Trump carried this show in 2020. Okay, every week we had something new.
Trump is like almost the sole reason for our show starting.
Trump is an organic billboard. You gotta love it.
So that is the only props that we get on that one, as you know, when it comes to him, as we are joined by the radiant ATL diva.
How you doing?
Hello.
So diva, we was just up here riffing. Jimmy had asked, how does it feel about doing? I think it's a good way to just start off talking about, the community we built around the show, where he was asking about, it's 200 of these, we did 200 of these. Like, how does that feel to you? How does it feel?
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I guess I'll go next while we wait on him. This is like low-key motivational, so y'all just stay with me, okay?
Okay.
Y'all ever had somebody that like wanted you to fail? Like just didn't want to see you be successful? And then you kept grinding and doing what you had to do, and then you made it to where you wanted to go. And you kind of just got to turn around and kind of show off like, hey, I did this. You doubted me. You know what I'm saying? Well, that happened to me. I had a struggling fantasy football team. You know what I'm saying?
I thought this was real life. This is real life. I'm sorry. I apologize. But continue.
You're listening to the Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Not y'all hitting that 200 episode. Not my cousins and them. Yo, I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all already know it's your favorite cousin from around the way. I go by none other than Carol J. The Radio Show ATL. Man, what can I say? I thank y'all for, one, giving me the opportunity to be a part, being a little, affiliate host. I'll be doing. I'm so proud of y'all. My forever cousins, even though, y'all gave me that little, that little RC Colette to cook out. That's all right. I made it up to Sprite. But nah, real talk, I'm so proud of y'all. The 200 episode. What more can you say? It's all love. Coming all the way from Middle GA.
It's your girl Tanya from Notorious Moms, the podcast, and I am here to congratulate my guys from the Radio Show ATL on their 200th episode. And I want to say thank you guys for having me on the show. It was a dope experience. We had a dope ass interview, and I congratulate you guys. I hope to be working with you soon. Peace.
It's the Radio Show's 200th episode, and I'm sending mad love to y'all all the way from H-Town, baby. It's your girl, Hershey the Lyricist. And say, congratulations on your 200th episode, y'all. You already know I can't wait to come back. But for everybody else, if you don't know, now you know. It's the Radio Show, baby. Let's go.
It's your girl, GCK from the Break Room on Global R&B 96.3. Wishing the Radio Show ATL a happy 200th episode. Y'all did that. Keep going.
From My Black Friend podcast. Y'all done heard me on the radio show. Y'all done heard me on The Go. Just everything. I want to say happy 200th episode to the Radio Show ATL. Bruh, that's a huge accomplishment, shawty. I know we done did it before, and I know y'all gonna have 200 more. I look forward to being on in the future, and just live it up, man. I'm really proud of y'all. And N16, you still a whole ass nigga. Fuck the Saints.
While that's happening, I know this is a bit of a deep cut, but this almost feels like, have you ever watched like those Paley Center thingies where it's like 10-year anniversary of Parks and Rec, or look back on Breaking Bad? That's what this feels like. It's like we're celebrating this milestone and getting the insights into the radio show from the brains behind it, the multiple brains.
It's definitely a team effort. Like, some people be like, somebody was like, oh, you're the boss. I'm like, no, I'm not, man. I'm just one cog in the machine. We have many people behind the scenes with this and in front of it, making it happen, pushing out ideas. So it's never just one person making the machine go. I think that's the coolest part about the Radio Show ATL, actually, is that the star of the show is the concept. We can have any mix of our hosts, and we could come in and still do whatever our shenanigans is. So I feel like that's probably the best part of it. And
Yeah, one thing that I've always been drawn to about your show is people want to hear what people like them think about a topic, what their friends think about a topic. And quite literally here, since we're friends, I want to hear what my friends think about, a particular topic that's been on my mind. So it seems like such a simple concept, but it's worked this long for a good reason. So
it's true.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Zino. And that means a lot coming from, somebody who, like yourself, who I respect what you and Zeus do, and the quality of the product that y'all present, it's different, if you're hearing that from somebody and it's like, oh, well, that's cool or whatever. But when it's coming from people that you respect their work and their work ethic and the time that they take to put that out, it means a bunch.
Yep. Well, while we're waiting for ATL Diva to come back, do we want this to just be a retrospective show, or can we bring in a topic?
We talking about stuff. Yeah.
We do not want to be this whole self-involved of, oh my gosh, come love on us. That is not what we do here.
Yeah, I really want to get the take of, especially the people that are currently here, and then I also want ATL Diva's take because I'm sure it might be different. But from the black male perspective, have you guys been following up on what's been going on with Jonathan Majors?
Yes.
Yeah, Three, Kang, all that stuff.
He who remains in jail. I've seen that.
So to give the listeners context, if they're not familiar, Jonathan Kang is an up-and-coming actor. He's been in a lot of highly acclaimed things recently. Lovecraft Country, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Loki, Ant-Man, which didn't have that much acclaim, Creed, just like everything, right? His star was really on the rise. And on Sunday or Saturday night, either Saturday night or Sunday morning, he was arrested on domestic abuse allegations. Apparently, strangulation was part of it, which might be triggering for anyone that's gone through any sort of domestic abuse, because strangulation is usually a sign that your partner would kill you in a subsequent attack. So that was really bad when people heard that. And then as time went on, the allegations were rescinded by his girlfriend or by the female. I don't know if that's his girlfriend or just a
they said it was his girlfriend.
Okay,
that's what they said. Yeah.
So she rescinded the allegations. The lawyers are like, this is patently false, and the evidence will absolve him. But in just that short span, people have they've fallen on either side of this guy, I knew he was always a creep, he's done in my book, or this is how they always falsely allege something and he's actually innocent. I want to know, what do you guys think of the story? Where do you fall? Have you fallen on any side of this? I'll toss it to, let's start with Jimmy.
Yeah. And just to add on to what you said, as soon as the story came out that it was rescinded, apparently some director that he's worked with in the past, a female, out of the blue said that he was aggressive towards her in the past, working with her, and that he physically assaulted her as well. So, I think it's not to be Dr. Umar Jr., but I think it's the classic case of brothers. We need to stop fucking with these white women, dog. like point blank, period. I'm just saying.
The girl is white?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, sorry. That is relevant.
Oh, shit.
You cannot leave that out.
That is relevant. I apologize. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, and look, I have white friends. I have white female friends. I have white male friends. I'm pulling the white people. I have black friends, but, I do have white friends. But I'm going to say this in all honesty. Brothers, for the safety of our entire being, stop messing with these white women, bro. Just stop messing with them. Because at the end of the day, you look like the villain, one. And then two, look, we just had the Deshaun Watson thing that for some reason still floating out there, right? That's like 27 women. Like, goddamn, how do you get up to 27 women? And then now you got Jonathan Majors that literally was on the rise. Like, I mean, people were saying Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. And then there were people saying Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan, the star of Creed, Jonathan Majors. And one thing that I thought about yesterday, even though Creed has, been highly popular and has been great, none of the tabloids or people that are reporting this are saying, oh, Marvel co-star from Ant-Man, Jonathan Majors. They always say Creed star, Jonathan Majors. And what do we know about Creed 3? It was directed by Michael B. Jordan. Wasn't this like his first major film that he's directed himself? So, they're tying that negative connotation of Jonathan Majors back to something that's supposed to be positive, which it indirectly hurts another black man. So, I'm just saying we need to leave these white women alone. Yes, y'all can be friends. And I get it. Y'all adults. But for the sake of the black male species, stop fucking with them. Just stop.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing on the on Star of Creed. I feel like that's the one that he's been more actively promoting, and it's the one that he's more prominent in. So maybe that's why. I mean, I see what you're saying. That
they went on a crazy press run for Creed 3, like they really did.
Yeah, more so than Ant-Man is what I'm saying.
Well,
so
to be fair, Sylvester Stallone wasn't in Creed 3, so I'm guessing they felt that they needed to get out there a lot more because Rocky wasn't in this movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no big white counterpart in this movie. It was just black driven from the beginning to the end. So I guess they felt they had to go this hard of a promotion in a predominantly recognized white movie.
It's BET with a budget.
BET with the budget. I mean, I'll just jump in real quick. Like, man, and this is about black people, but it's not like I'm not gonna go the Jimmy route on that. I think he said what he had to say right on that piece. But we just like don't get yourself in a stupid situation, right? Like, clearly, I don't know what was going on, right? Maybe they got in an argument and it was getting heated. You as Jonathan Majors, whether you were right or wrong, you just got to step back and go, you know what? I got too much good shit going on right now. And you a woman, and, the script might get flipped a certain way. You might have a certain agenda. Let me just get out of this situation. Before it even gets to the point where I want to like fight you, let me just get out of this situation. If I'm in the back of an Uber, hey, Uber driver, I'm going to just stop right here. I'm going to get out. I'm going to walk home, whatever you got to do. Like, you shouldn't put yourself in that situation. You not even even if you end up there, you got to get yourself out that situation, right? Because all the headlines read, oh, he got arrested. Oh, he this. Oh, he that. Oh, he this. Hell, the army wasted no time. They pulled his ad as soon as the news broke. They didn't even find out if it was real, if it was true or not, whatever the case may be. So sometimes you just got to sit there and go, I don't know if you the right person I should be dating or you the right person I should be hanging around, right? Because let's be real. For that situation to escalate the way it did, there have been events leading up to that point. You know what I'm saying? There have been things that have happened before to lead to what happened. And at that point, you just got to be like, you know what? I can't mess with you no more. Black or white, male, female, whatever it may be. Whoever the person is, same thing with John Morant, right? Dude got making millions of dollars, one of the best players in the NBA, and you hanging around with these dudes that's pulling out guns in the club, and you out there showing off a gun too. For what? Yeah, you play in Memphis, but you ain't living in Orange Mound. You know what I'm saying? You ain't hood. Just play basketball, man.
Play ball.
Oh.
Same thing with Jonathan Majors, man. Just do your thing in the movie scene, man. Just make your commercials for the Army. Do what you got to do. Don't put yourself in bad situations, because with black people, we do not get second chances like other folks do. We just don't.
So let me ask you this question, and I know it could be, interesting. For men like that, okay, Majors and all these other men who are Black and successful, who get themselves into very similar situations. Do you think it's that they run in that particular circle so long? Okay, so we all know there's like a Black code that we live by, right? Like we can't do the same thing. I don't know, my light's going out, but at what point do you either think that they go through the phase of being untouchable? Is it that they feel untouchable, or do they feel like they're in proximity of whiteness so much that they forget that they have to live by a Black code?
And that's a good point too. It could be either one for me. I think sometimes, like Ja Morant, right? Like I said, he's one of the best players in the NBA. He just signed a $200 million extension, whenever that was. Maybe he was at that point where he felt untouchable. He's paid. He's one of the best players in the league. When he goes to that locker room or to that arena, he's one of the guys. He's the guy, right? The media wants to talk to him. The owners are getting his feedback on different things. So he was probably already there, right? A lot of times, too, you might get a few chances, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that one opportunity where it's like, hey, you ain't got another chance no more. And then you're like, damn, I probably should have, took advantage of those other chances. Jonathan Majors, I'm going to be real with you. Last year, I don't think we were talking about him as much as we are this year. So I think he was kind of getting to that point where I don't want to speak for him and say where he was feeling untouchable, but he was definitely getting that acclaim and that, that recognition.
Can I play devil's advocate? Go ahead, Z.
Real quick, I was just going to say, I think it's the latter of what Diva said. I think people like Jonathan Majors and John Morant maybe get lulled into a false sense of security, a false sense that they are above Blackness. I don't know if you guys watched the 30 for 30 about the O.J. Simpson trial. They did like the 6-parter that ESPN did a few years back, where O.J. always felt like he was above Blackness. He transcended race until that trial. And then that's when he was like, oh, yeah, I'm Black because then I can have Black people on my side and say that they're coming after me because I'm Black. But prior to that, he had reached such heights that he was like, oh, I transcend Blackness. And then he got lulled into this false sense of thinking he would get backed no matter what. But,
well, before that trial, he had that famous quote, I'm not Black, I'm OJ.
Yeah. So I don't think, not necessarily bring John Morant into this, but I don't think John Morant and Jonathan Majors look at it that way. I think maybe they felt that their fame and the accolades that they had would shield them or protect them, but I don't think they felt that they were above Black repercussions.
OJ has reached the pinnacle of that, but maybe they were on that trajectory of like getting to. Am I above?
But I don't say
want to put them in that. I don't want to put them in.
But it's got to be something, because consistently, when they reach particular accomplishments, the things that constantly trip them up consistently is the exact same formula.
What?
Exact same formula.
What
okay, how many athletes are in trouble right now because they beat their white girlfriend or supposedly got into an altercation with their white girlfriend? How many of them, professional or otherwise, have gotten into the exact same situation? What was the NFL player the other week? Like, they keep making the exact same mistakes and forfeiting their careers for the exact same formula.
Oh,
but you don't see
Stacey, but he did too much. They got
on
camera.
but the laundry list compared to, okay, if we look at all of the sports in the United States, who is consistently on the news for doing this type of year?
I mean, that's a good point. Hell,
common denominator.
Players beating up folks,
Common denominator.
Right? We've got a lot of basketball players. We've got soccer players. We've got all kinds of different athletes, but the Black athletes are constantly getting in trouble and for very minuscule, I would say, issues that they've got all these people to protect them, lawyers, agents, bodyguards, all these people, and they get in trouble for juvenile stuff, fighting in the club, just very low level stuff. consistently. So what is the issue?
I could appreciate with the conversation that we have, and like Jimmy has said one thing where he just cut right to it and was like, "Look, go get you a sister and start with the white girl."
I didn't even say go get a sister. I just said stop fucking with white women. It didn't even about sisters. Just stop fucking with white women. Period.
But he's onto a bigger thing, because I'm glad that we didn't take it to the place where some people take it when it comes to stuff like this, where it's unfortunate that you see a black guy going through this, but we didn't jump straight to conspiracy with it's a setup by the man to take him down at his highest because I've heard that stuff. I've heard that, and it's like I want us to like people stop with the conspiracies of it. It could just be the fact that some people, when they get there's a reason why there's a lot of people in the world that are not millionaires, because they got some people who can't manage $5. So how can you manage $5 million when you can't manage $5? Mm-hmm. So it could be that some people just literally don't know how to handle what they're dealing with, and they're taking bad advice, and they're around the wrong type of crowd of people. And it could be some of that too. This person that he's dealing with, this woman that he's dealing with, and I'm not trying to say that it's all on her, but she could have a reputation for being toxic. Maybe he's got a friend or somebody that's telling him, hey, man, you probably should cut her loose. And he's like, no, it's all good. It's all good. And then this shit drop in your lap. You know what I'm saying? So it could be any number of things. I just feel like we need to, as black people, need to, again, realize that a lot of the rules that pertain to other people do not pertain to us, and we need to act as such. Mm-hmm. Period.
I agree. So, and I appreciate the conversation, because I feel like there needs to start being better accountability in the community and way better gatekeeping. And it needs, whatever other people do, like when we grew up, what other people did was a reflection on the whole community. And we were always taught by our elders to be aware of that. And we have completely lost that. At this point, it's a free for all. Everybody do what they want to do. And then there's no accountability for the people who disapprove. It's just like, I know we talked about this on the show before, like people just don't say anything, or either it's a conspiracy, but no, what's the conspiracy? Because you didn't have to act the way you chose to react to a situation. Yeah. And that's the accountability that needs to be had. So we'll see what happens with that story.
Yeah. So look, I don't good. Yeah, I just don't want to lose this thought, because I know I came off hard. I know I came off harsh. I might have use some of my inner Debo, but I'm just being honest, and I'm not even putting it on the man, but how many times as black folks, I'm not even talking about black men, but how many times as black folks do we hear about a black man that is like reaching his height or on the way to his pinnacle and is completely derailed by a woman that 95% of the time is white? So what I'm saying is, like, fellas, black guys, if y'all want to go down that route, don't come on the internet and be like, why me, when the shit happened to you? Like, point blank period. It's happening around the same exact time. I'm not saying it's the man, but I'm just saying when a black man gets to a certain point and he dealing with that type of person that is aware of what could happen, man, I'm telling you, bro, regardless of what that woman is telling you, she knows she got you by the balls, because she got to make one call, and that's a wrap, period. So yeah, it might sound funny when I come off hard like that, but I'm telling you some real shit. When it's gonna happen to you, don't look at us like, oh man, they against me. No, don't do that, because you knew what you was walking into. Don't play them type of games, because they playing chess. They playing chess with a black man life. You out here playing checkers. Got a white chick with the Botox here, the Botox there. You know what I'm saying? Like, she do this, she do that. That's cool. But when she gonna call them laws on you and put them people in your life, and you lose your endorsements, and you gotta go, your movie's gonna be on Tubi and shit. Don't come looking for us talking about. I'm just saying, it's the truth. True. And I'm not telling you go get you a black woman, go get you an Asian, go get you a Hispanic, get you whatever. I don't care. Just leave white women alone, dog. Just leave them alone.
Did y'all talk about Tiger Woods' situation and how he gonna probably have to pay that girl?
Yeah, he don't count.
He don't count. He thought he wasn't black. Hey, he thought he wasn't black until they put them laws in his life.
16. I agree with 16 on that. Tiger Woods is a lot like OJ in that regard, where he always tried to, like, yeah, sure, I look half black or whatever, but I'm not gonna own it until when you need it. And now it's like, okay, you're black by convenience.
This might be a hot take, but Patrick Mahomes better never fuck around because it's gonna be over for him.
Yes, especially especially in a city like Kansas City, you know, where they was trying to do unity in Kansas City and they booed them out the building when they was trying to talk about unity. It was like, we ain't here for your racism.
Look, I don't know if any of y'all have been to Kansas City, but that shit is whitey white, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He can be a $500 million man all he wants, but Jimmy's right.
Kansas City gonna turn into Selma real quick.
So there's a video after the AFC Championship game. I think it's like in the tunnels in Arrowhead, and it was Pat Mahomes, like Patrick's dad, and he's like smoking a cigar, and someone said, "What are you smoking?" I said, "I'm smoking a Burrow pack," and like he had like a little swagger about him. And I remember telling my friend, "How did Patrick Mahomes come from that?" Because like his father seems like black. And then you hear Mahomes talking, it's very different. But yeah, I was just thinking about that when you said Mahomes were not around.
I'm uncomfortable even talking about this shit, bro, because I just know.
Yeah. Well, one last thing on this topic. Personally, I really hope that the video comes out and all that stuff, and we get some clarity on this. I would hope that Jonathan Majors didn't actually do the things he's been accused of doing, because there's no coming back from that. There really isn't. But if he did, we know that Marvel has no problem recasting. They did that with Terrence Howard to Don Cheadle, Ed Norton to Mark Ruffalo. They'll do it with this guy as well. So, anyway,
shit. Marvel in the multiverse right now, so they have multiple of one character. So they will change your ass in a heartbeat. And just to touch on what you said, like, hopefully he didn't do it. But if he did do it, it's even more stupid.
Yeah.
It's even more stupid.
Check this out. So if we were to bottom line this and in this segment, Jimmy, please leave them with the word one more time.
Fellas, stop fucking with white women. It's going to save your life. Period.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Fair. I haven't listened to a single Beyonce album front to back.
There you go. And that's my point. I hear it on the radio. I'm not listening to Beyonce's fucking album cuts and trying to determine if that bitch is good, because it ain't.
You're listening to the Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, guys. So I need your opinion on something that's going on across Hollywood. So, Blac Chyna, she was formerly a stripper, and now she's a businesswoman, but she also has an OnlyFans page.
Yeah, Diva, before you continue, I really, from the bottom of my heart, want to know who the fuck you're talking about, because I'm just in the clouds.
You don't know who Blac Chyna is?
No, I don't know who Blac Chyna is. Red Chyna, Blue Chyna. I don't know.
Sometimes she's known for her butt cheeks, but okay. So Blac Chyna used to be a stripper. She was in a relationship with Tyga, and then she was best friends with Kim Kardashian, and then her little sister Kylie, allegedly at the age of 16, started a relationship with Tyga. So that Tyga put Blac Chyna out of the house. So as sort of a revenge relationship, Blac Chyna ends up in a relationship with Rob Kardashian and actually has a baby. So like she in there legacy style. So they had a TV show, and the Kardashian sisters were supposedly or allegedly got her show canceled with Rob. So she sued them for like I don't know how much money. Who knows about the litigation, but neither here nor there. That's the background story.
You skipped the threesome. Remember?
Oh,
Rob Kardashian talked about her.
Oh, Oh, I don't know about the threesome. Who she had a threesome with?
I don't know. Rob Kardashian was beefing with somebody. He was like, "You remember you had a threesome with Blac Chyna?"
Oh,
so he
Like
had
a
a
double threesome? Two guys and
By the
one
way,
girl?
what's up, guys?
What's up, Zeus? Zeus, Easy Talk Podcast. Drop it in.
He came in with the fire, like, "Oh, look, I got something to add." But she did have a horrible sex tape though. Like everybody talked about her sex tape, so she done had a lot of scandals in her life. But now she's giving her life over to God. Her, Brittany Renner, Alexis Scott, all these chicks. I believe Alexis Scott.
Let me Google her live on the air right here so I can see, because I vaguely remember
16, you're gonna be very disappointed.
Some of this will stick.
a lot of surgery. You're gonna be disappointed.
Oh, and that's what the conversation is about too.
Yeah, so I have two things to chime in with. First is a question to Zeus. Was it a devil's threesome? So like two guys and one girl?
I believe so.
Okay.
No,
Cool.
it was the cool one. I think it was the cool one.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, what is it called when it's two guys and a girl?
A devil's threesome.
A devil threesome?
Devil's threesome. Like a threesome of the devil.
Oh.
Yes.
Or
But
it's also called an Eiffel Tower threesome.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Eiffel Tower threesome.
Tower is like. So what?
This right. Please, right here. This is why stream ZZ Talk. Okay, all right. Search for Zeus and Zino on YouTube. Subscribe to their podcast.
I think we're a little more uncensored on this show.
And then the second thing I want to
just a tad.
The second thing I want to add is to your point about potentially Kylie being underage when she dated Tiger. It actually birthed one of my favorite Drake lines, where he and Tiger were beefing, and he said something like, "You need to act your age and know your girl's age." I was like,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, in Hollywood, let them do that. That's what money gets you. You can do whatever you want to do. But they talk about lawyer. So so we're gonna come back to this whole Eiffel Tower thing because I have some questions. But M16, did you Google China? Did you see what she looks like?
I did. I Googled her. So I kind of remember this, okay, because my wife watched that show. So I kind of vaguely I remember it. So some of that was just me putting on earlier about that. I was just being a jackass. But I'm looking at these pictures here, and I see remnants of what probably was a beautiful woman who's had a lot of work. And I'm just saying to myself, I'm looking at this as the fake breast and the fake. This is going to be somebody's grandmother one day. Like
exactly. So
I'll tell you this: Blac Chyna with the surgery was horrible, but since she's removed a lot of the stuff, she is wifey material now because she's actually pretty. I mean, no, what I mean by that is I'm like, she's not extravagant. She ain't a supermodel. She never was. She was just trying to be one, obviously. But now she's. Okay, now you look like a.
Oh, okay. I see the difference here.
Right.
You know,
and that's the point I'm getting to.
Take a look at the screen right here. So this is we're gonna put them side by side. It's a before and after shot. So this is before and this is after. Interesting.
So now that so a woman like Blac Chyna, right? So you got a lot of women who are like her that were in the industry, and they're now in their 30s, like they're somewhat 30s, and now they decided like they don't want that lifestyle anymore. So they're like, she's removing everything. I think she had a breast reduction. She removed the fillers from her face. She removed like whatever was injected in her behind. Like she removed all of that stuff. So she's going back to a more natural look. Do you think men will be able to view her differently? Like you said, like wifey material now? Or do you feel like because she had an OnlyFans or she's been out there in the life that it's going to be hard for a man to take her seriously? And so that was my whole question.
Well, first off, before we get into that, her OnlyFans was $240 million.
She said it was only $2 million.
whatever. I mean, jeez, man.
Zimbabwean dollars. It's a different currency. To answer your question, Diva, I want to say, man, we're not a monolith. I think some men are able to like see people going through a redemption arc. You know, some people have pasts, you know, and then they're like, you know what, but we like where you're headed. And it's not even just a physical thing, because you mentioned, you know, that she had an OnlyFans and stripping, yada yada. If that's something that a guy doesn't like, but then likes the trajectory, I see some guys being like, yeah, I can see myself being with the new unenhanced Blac Chyna.
And, her new name is Angela White. She's going by her government now, Angela White.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's where it comes from.
That's where Angela comes from.
So what you asking in a non-raunchy way is, are you saying is that are guys going to be looking to clap her natural cheeks versus the fake ones that she had before? Is that what we're saying?
No, not. I mean, guys are going to clap. The guys will clap cheeks whether they're real, fake, or plastic.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real, guys. We all have that one friend that'll literally hit anything. So
yes, there are men who will clap anything, but what I'm saying is that will men kind of like put her in an honorable relationship is what I'm saying, because you know, society is extremely judgmental. They okay, so in private they're gonna sign up for your OnlyFans page. In public, they're going to ridicule you and try to call you a 304 or whatever, you for the streets and this and that. But once you try to walk away from that lifestyle, in our culture, we still like don't let people move on. You still want to say, oh, she's not worth it.
That lifestyle. So the people that she was fucking with before, no. I'm going to answer your question. No, they won't.
Okay.
But now she's giving herself to God. That means she's going to be going to church. That means she's going to be dealing with different people. They will. Somebody will. Somebody. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, somebody's going to be like, I don't care about your past. I only care about you now. Yeah, you're still going to have people ridiculing. You're still going to have a lot of people. You know, a lot of people just don't like people being happy. It just seems like
Sure.
So to answer your question, yeah, somebody, because you know what? You hear about ex-porn stars being happily married and having kids afterwards. Maybe they get divorced later on down the road. But a lot of them, you know, they eventually have another life beyond that. So,
correct.
Yeah, I do think somebody will. Well, it won't be the guys who used to like, you know, being all up in her Instagram and her OnlyFans, but it'll be somebody new, whoever she lets enter during her now that she's changed her life. But it won't be. It's not going to be, you know, it ain't gonna be.
It's not going to be able to be someone in probably in entertainment or like a forefront position of being in the media kind of thing.
Right, exactly.
Right. No, that makes sense. I
don't completely agree with that. I think as a society, even compared to 10, 20 years ago, we've become a lot more sex positive, for lack of a better term. It's less of a taboo thing to have, you know, these side gigs of, you know, OnlyFans or stripping. I think it's more seen as like, you know what, it's the oldest profession, and you know, we don't malign men when they do tawdry things, so why should we malign women? So I actually think her path to being seen as past those days, it's a lot easier now than it would have been if this was happening like 20 years ago or even 10 years ago.
Yeah, but the whole somebody will eventually and Easy's being attacked. I don't know if y'all saw that. He's vicious.
I did.
If one thing that I just said though will still happen is there will be somebody who will try to ruin her new shine. Look at Sierra. Yeah. Sierra is happily married with Wilson, and hell, Russell Wilson is getting like crapped on just because he married Sierra, who used to be with Future, who is still, by the way, a bum. You know, so it's just like, you just like some people will still be shitting. People just don't want people to be shining, but she will find somebody who, and probably more than likely a stronger person who's just like, I don't give a damn about that.
You know what, Zeus? You brought up a good point. And with my point, I'm not going to go cynical with this. I'm going to say that, you know, I don't know much about her, but I will say that anybody who wants to take like ownership of their life in the point where, you know, they're giving themselves up to God and they're trying to change themselves, you know, who are we the people to judge what their true intentions are? So if she's saying that she's changing, then, you know, so be it. I mean, you know, when Jesus was on the earth, you know, he dealt with the people who are at their lowest, you know. That's the people that he wants to fix the most, or the people that are at their lowest. So if she feels like she needs to change, you know, that's on her. And, you know, I hope it works out for her. But I feel like people sometimes they come down too hard on people because they feel like it's disingenuous. And maybe that's just something that led her to be that way. I say, you know, more power to her, you know, hopefully it works out for her, you know, because if it don't, then she'll be back on OnlyFans again, you know, because Mace left for church and he came back to rap. So we'll see what happens.
Did he?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if that 200 million is true or not, but you know, if my wife was making 200 million on OnlyFans, we're gonna keep getting this bread, baby. We got to keep getting them checks.
Are you finna do the editing? Is that what I hear? Easy, you gonna learn how to edit?
Look, I gotta earn my keep.
Shit.
You ain't even she ain't even in the breadwinner at this point. Shoot, I'm the house husband or whatever, house dad, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna make this work. You know, one way or another.
He wanted to keep strutting that ass out there. That's what he wanted to do.
Man, $200 million? That's game-changing money, man. You know what you can do with $200 million? You set for life.
As someone that's not married, I think what I would think from an abstract perspective is I'll probably say, all right, you're making 200 million, showing everything. What if we scale it back from OnlyFans to OnlyFeet, and we now only make like 10 million? You know, we can
even then, hey, what do you need from me? What do you need from me so we can keep this family business going?
Star White, edit. You know, like,
yeah.
Make the best
you need
business.
another ring light? I'll order it on Amazon for you right now. Just let me know what you need from me.
Look at my brother speaking like a true adult. He's like, "Where's the money? Where's the money?"
And look,
just a modern man, you guys, a modern man.
I wish her well. If this is what she want to do with herself, if she want to turn it around, sometimes you do just enough hoeing to just be like, you know what, I've hoed out. I've had enough. I need to give it up to God now. So that's fine.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
You said that like a proud dad. Good for her.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I could appreciate it just because if we just have like a real second to be very honest, a lot of people don't have like life longevity in this game. And with everything that she has been through, most people, they like, you know.
But what is she? Okay. Help me out.
Being in that lifestyle. Yeah.
What did she do? Was her talent just her talents? Or did she actually do something? Could she sing? Could she rap? Could she act? Or are her talents just her
yeah, did she break out on being like a video girl or something?
Staying through controversy. That's really
right.
After a while, she became famous just for being famous. Because I could tell you drop a Blac Chyna song down and tell me guess the song, I'll be like, I can't even guess the artist just because I have
I didn't know she had music.
Wait, she has music? I was just bullshitting.
She made music. She does. No, she does have music. She was investing in her music career. I don't think it's gonna go far per se.
I just was joking.
Is that how she started?
No, so basically what happened is she came up in that era where you had where like all the rappers were dating strippers. And so basically she got on the map because she ended up dating Tyga. That's how, you know, okay, so this is back when like Kanye was dating Amber Rose and you know, she was dating Tyga, and then you've had like all the rappers were basically low-key wifing strippers, right? She kind of came up, got famous, super famous during that time. So when she started dating Tyga, she also became in the circle with Kim Kardashian, so she was best friends with her. So she ended up becoming like a socialite, basically. So basically making club appearances. So she basically made a name for herself.
To be fair, has that era even ended? I feel like it's still going on.
And I was gonna say, Diva said a whole bunch in that subject just to say that what I thought in the first place is that she has no discernible talent. Is what
I mean,
saying.
but I will argue with you that it is a talent to stay relative for that long. Because somebody's out today, we totally forget who they are in a month. But if you can keep your name out there, everybody knows exactly who she is for the most part, except for you, 16. Yeah, so that's at least a skill set to stay famous. Like, she's been able to keep herself out there, and that's work. So behind the scenes, when people are really trying to ruin you, like the Kardashians trying to ruin her allegedly, that's enough. When people are kind of like not having a healthy lifestyle, most people end up like a lot of other celebrities, like gone before 30.
Well,
because she was living very fast.
That is the power of that Kim Kardashian video. She gets people who ain't even related to her famous. Because this whole damn time, I thought she was a fucking rapper.
What? Well, Kim Kardashian put out some kind of song herself.
I just want to say too about the Kim Kardashian song real fast, and then we can move on. It is, you don't want to be absolute, but it might be the worst shit you've ever heard in your life. And Zino, you may not have heard it. Zeus, you may not have heard it. I can go ahead and name for you that even though you haven't heard it, it's the worst shit you've ever heard in your life.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
I'm glad you do. You know what?
I'm not gonna test it out.
I wouldn't. But she looks good in the video, though, if that matters for anything. And this concludes Celebrity Gossip.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Think that you can just interject your
Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, y'all. So it's that time of the show. We got to get into it. We got to argue. As you see, the segment's featuring my boy Lou. Lou, say what's up to the people. You saying what's up? Okay.
So Lou want to play. Lou is playful.
Yeah, Lou's out of pocket. Anyways, so here's what we got to argue about today. We're going to talk about some brands of chips. We got 4 options. One's got to get the hell up out of here. So here are the options. So we got Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, and Ruffles. I'm going to say it one more time. Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, and Ruffles. So one's got to go. And I'm going to just come up off the rip, let y'all know Ruffles got to get the fuck up out of here. Even though they have improved their game tremendously, they have made a lot of new, good, innovative flavors, but I can't get rid of hot Cheetos. I can't get rid of the Cheeto Puffs. I can't get rid of the jalapeno Cheetos. I can go on and on. Ruffles, you can get the fuck out. Stage left. Y'all may proceed.
Damn.
Who's going? Should I go? I'll go. I'm not a chips guy. I don't eat.
Oh, Zino.
Any of that.
Oh man, last time you were on here, you were talking about gumbo.
I eat a lot of Pringles though. I like Pringles.
What are you doing over there? You eating scones or something? What the hell, man?
Yeah, you're like eating bugles, aren't you?
So,
you probably put them on your finger and shit, huh?
I like Pringles. I do like baked Lays. Of the ones you mentioned, probably Ruffles has to go simply because I've never had it, and it looks terrible. No, never.
Wow. Yeah, Zino, you never cease to amaze me with these food one gotta go.
It is what it is.
He's a particular man about his food.
I love it. We need to play picky eater with him against somebody one of these days.
Yeah. Whatever idea 16 had, we need a 16 versus Zino picky eater or a Zino versus ATL Diva picky eater, because my man has come on here talking about gumbo gotta go.
Yeah.
He talking about he's never had Ruffles.
Oh, this would be so interesting.
I saw
coming soon.
said gumbo gotta go, and y'all were gonna be mad at me if I had been on that one, because I was gonna say that, what is it, King's Cake?
Oh, King Cake
Yeah.
is
King
cool.
cake.
Yeah, it can go. That's fine.
It can,
Yeah,
it
that
can
one-
go. Gumbo was non-negotiable.
Gumbo's a non-negotiable. Okay.
I mean, Zino, I would have had your back on the gumbo because it's really hard to find good
my
gumbo.
Oh my god.
Zino.
So I can
Look,
do
Diva,
without it.
Diva, look. Next time, both of y'all. Next time I make a pot. Next time I make a
Zino.
pot, y'all come through. Y'all can have real gumbo.
If your roux is not dark, I don't want to eat it.
I gotta take my.
There's only one way to make it. What are you talking
No,
about?
apparently people make it different, and sometimes it's like translucent or something.
Diva, don't get me started down this rabbit hole because I seen that dude that makes Dano's seasoning talk about he was making gumbo and then he put some damn corn and lobster tails in there and the roux was like
he just messed that up. That was weird.
Don't get me started on that.
Where y'all they put it on the table. That's not gumbo.
No, that's crawfish boil. That's like a crawfish.
That's
I love that. I just got to say this before you keep going, is that if your advocate on this show is ATL Diva, you are already doomed. I just want to let you know that.
Now, just a quick thing on the gumbo thing for anyone who didn't listen to that episode. Great episode of the radio show, by the way. Go back and watch it or listen to it. My thing about gumbo was that while I'm sure it's great, we have an alternative in Nigeria called jollof rice. It's not quite gumbo.
Well,
but
to be fair, gumbo does come. It is based
West
off
Africa?
of like African, I
Yeah.
guess I'm assuming that dish, but it is like a lot of African influence in gumbo.
So this is me trying to have my king cake and have it and eat it too. Trying to eat my king cake and have it too. By saying I'll get rid of gumbo because I still got jollof rice, and then I'll have the other three options.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
He'll just make a different stew other than that gumbo stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, she said gumbo stuff.
Gumbo
oh my gosh.
stuff. Oh my
gumbo
God.
stuff.
I'm biased. Okay, I'm a little bit of the African
Oh my
bias.
God. These damn Falcons, they just strike at any point in time. They just strike.
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah,
Except on the field.
Fuck gumbo then, because I got to stick with Falcon fan.
Now he want to be an enemy. I thought we was.
You didn't have to go there, but you did.
I did.
Well.
I'm gonna jump in on this real quick myself. Now I might shock you with this one. With the one, gotta go with this one. I love Lay's. Doritos ain't going nowhere. Including have you tried the new barbecue ones that come in the gray bag? They're
they're decent.
Yeah, they'll do. For me, bro, it's Cheetos. I don't love them as much as it's cool, but I like Ruffles. I like the new flavors that they have on. They got the lime ones, the barbecue ones. We did snack plug on. Yeah, Cheetos can go, man. I mean, I like the puffy ones, but I ain't gotta have them.
It's between those two, and when I first glanced at it, I was like, oh yeah, Cheetos is definitely out. And then I looked again, and I was like, oh no, it's Ruffles.
Because Doritos and Lay's ain't going nowhere.
Untouchable.
Nowhere.
You can't live your life without either one of them, and I don't. You know what? I'm not even here for slander on either one of them. So Zeus, get on in here. What you got?
All right, so my kids still get to eat the Cheetos if I got rid of Cheetos.
Yeah, the kids can.
My kids would throw what's it called? Would overturn this house if they found out that Cheetos was no longer allowed. But me, I would take out Cheetos. Reason being, I think Cheetos is more of a okay, if you're a young child of 10 years old, Cheetos is your go-to snack. It's kind of like chicken fingers. Like I'm like, okay, I've grown up, so I don't eat chicken. So the thing. Plus, the best thing that Cheetos has is the hot Cheetos, right? I just gotta get Takis, and I got that taken care of. Those are better, but
and Takis got lime on it.
Like you said with Ruffles. The thing, see, I'm the fattest one here, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all fat boys. With Ruffles, you get the same amount of chip as you would with Lay's, but you get a little bit more. You get a little bit
right. It's a little bit thicker. It's a thicker cut.
Thicker.
Yeah.
Because you can dip it in something, right?
And
Like
you can dip it in there, and actually, if that's the case. Right?
Look at what Ruffles.
Wait, hold on. Zeus, you say you were the biggest guy here, but you can dip Cheetos too, man. You get one of them canned cheese dips, man. You can go to town with some Cheetos, man.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh
Yes.
God, cheese in a can. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
But yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, see,
Wait,
yeah,
that's a ruffle. Can you guys see that?
yeah,
Yes.
that's a ruffle. That's it.
Yeah. No, but you gotta get like not the plain. You gotta get like the cheddar.
The cheddar sour cream is
The
excellent.
cheddar sour cream
The
one.
cheddar sour cream are good. They are
Yeah,
good. And
they're
then
excellent.
what was the barbecue one that had Jason Tatum on there? The ones that we ate on the air.
That was the flaming hot barbecue. Those are
Those
amazing.
were so good. I ate a whole bag on the air. I just was eating the whole time.
But you want to know the best?
Yeah, there you go. That's them right there.
You want to know the best Lay's is the one that's the limon ones.
Oh, really?
Oh, Zeus. Come on, man.
You throw
those are the ones. You know, those are good.
Come on, Zeus.
The limon ones
Limon
are the best. Limon.
Come on, Zeus. The limon. The limon's your favorite. You mean to tell me that they got you?
Of course they got me. They that one was aimed towards me. That one was made.
Exactly.
100%. That's like Family Guy with James whatever. And ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. They got you, man. They got you.
I'm sorry. I was like, because I went down to Florida with all the flannels, and I saw it over there, and I was like, "Yo, this is." And I had to search everywhere. I had to scour the all the different to be able to find one, but I finally.
You say I'm going for it.
Oh my God. Scour.
Oh my God!
Now watch this. Now watch
this. You got me weak as hell right now, bro.
Watch
I don't know if you've been to California, but they got all them shits out there, bro. They got the chili lemon. They got the,
But I tell you right now,
lemon.
It ain't gonna be for the chips.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But.
Easy, man. Watch Diva don't pick nothing. She was like, I don't eat any of this stuff. Watch.
Nah, Diva's got to pick. She knows better than that.
She don't want to. Look at her face. She don't want to.
Okay. I'm gonna pick one.
She's such a troublemaker.
I just think whatever. I keep it interesting.
Yeah. Knowing Diva, she'll be like, yeah, Doritos, that Cool Ranch. Yeah,
You don't know my life, but Doritos can go. Now I did like Doritos, but Doritos can go.
He's still jokingly. She's serious. She's such a treasure. Somebody put ATL Diva in a glass case.
What?
Y'all tell me I don't know Diva, bro. I just knew Diva was gonna go rogue and just I don't know who does it worse, 16 or Diva. I don't know who does it worse.
What the hell?
I mean, they're like,
man, y'all
at
just go
at
off
this
the
point
deep end.
in my taste bud journey, Doritos is the fakest of the most manufactured, non-natural tasting chip you can buy.
That's exactly what you want in a chip. Give me the powder. Give me all the seasonings. That is what you want.
Okay, when you start twitching because of the dye and all of those horrible products in there, good luck.
To be fair,
these ones
they ain't got no dye in that stuff.
But outside of the Cool Ranch cheese ones, what Dorito is like A1 though? Because
spicy nacho.
Spicy nacho.
Sweet
We also
chili
got the organic.
Okay.
The organic.
But Easy, let me ask you a question though. You said there's no dye in it, but how do you get the blue specks in the Cool Ranch? The Cool Ranch ones. Where's that blue come from?
It's from the ranch.
And what exactly is blue in ranch? Where does that come on now? What?
The only thing that's blue on it is the bag.
Look, Diva.
What about those little seasoning things that's on it? That's not a natural color.
Look. Based on my previous experience in a different life, I have been to a plant and seen it in action. There is no dye that you speak of. It's literally a bunch of corn chips cut off a line. They come down a conveyor belt. They're fried. They go back up a line, and then they're just thrown into this big box, and seasoning is just thrown on them, and then they come right out. And if you ever eat a chip hot off the line, it's the best thing ever. And you never want to eat a bag of chips, cold again. But
is it made in the same plant as like laundry detergent?
experts come from.
Because that goes up a line in a box and it shakes around and you don't know what's in it, and then it comes
that's
out.
correct. But this is literally just a chip factory. So
oh my God, Easy, please end
But
this segment.
because
People will go on and people will go on and on about the stuff she don't
well,
eat.
I'm kind of disturbed because I feel like we're going down the what was that, the the orange juice pulp.
Yes, and I don't want to.
Down that
I love Doritos far too much. Please end it, please.
Yeah. So, American public, do not worry. Your Doritos are safe. Your Doritos are safe.
Which y'all did, but he never said what was in that box with the seasoning, though, did he? No, he didn't.
I mean, it's literally it's
what kind of seasonings?
The seasoning for the chip. You got a nacho line, you got a Cool Ranch line, you got a whatever line they're making.
Yeah, they got some blue dye in that seasoning.
Oh my God, please.
Jesus.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I mean, we're already sick of white people saying the N-word. I think they get like a golden parachute. It seems like they're just doing it on purpose to get out of their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to work here anymore. It's the quickest way out. Niggers.
You're listening to the Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
So I can't say that we're doing random for the 200th time because we haven't done random 200 times, but this is the 200th episode, so we have to do random, which is the segment where you get to take the show where you want to, or basically be ATL Diva for a segment, and you can take it anywhere you want to go for any point in time and go for it. And Diva, come on, you know how we get that. So, who wants to take the dude?
I'll start it.
Yeah.
Since I was the last one here, I should obviously be the first one to start this. My random isn't going to be random. I just wanted to say to ATL, to the radio show, I just wanted to give you guys a congratulations on the 200th episode. Especially 16, because I know you. Can we just all admit how much 16 just loves being a podcaster? Because
right,
100% loves this stuff. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick congratulations. Me and ZZ, we've learned a lot from me and Zino have learned a lot from you guys in regards to how to podcast and all that stuff. So, right now, this is basically, we've been special guests of the radio show for the last couple of weeks. So we appreciate you guys bringing us on. We appreciate you guys, just doing guest spots with us and all that stuff. So congratulations on your 200th episode. I know we got 200 more to go.
Man, appreciate you, Zeus, man. Appreciate the kind words, man. Like I was telling Zino earlier, man, it means, you hear that stuff from people and it means stuff, but from people that you love and respect their work, man, it means the most. So I definitely appreciate that, man. And we're going to collaborate a million more times before this whole thing is over with, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's good shit right there.
Should I go? I'll go. And to piggyback on Zeus, you mentioned that you guys had a 4-year break. We are in our 4-year break, but we're going to condense it to not 4 years and be back eventually.
Yes.
My random. I don't want to bring down the mood. Damn it. Actually, no, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm done talking about it. But there was another school shooting, and that's all I'm going to say about it because it never ends. That's my random.
Okay, this is random.
This is why we have to do. We got to go back to ZZ talk because you just got. Now I'm about to go off because let me do a random thing based off of what you just said. All right, and again, congratulations, you guys. Yeah. So let me tell you what Zino just said is one fucking thing that really pissed me off the most about this is one of the very first people to give their bullshit thoughts and prayers.
T's and P's.
Was Marjorie Taylor Greene, who that bitch literally got famous off of harassing a survivor
of the Parkland shooting.
So honestly, anytime somebody gets does out those bullshit thoughts and prayers, I think they should be able to get fucking stoned without killing them.
And to go and on that, even though I said I wasn't going to say anything, one of the representatives from Tennessee,
yes, I saw that.
Three kids lost their lives, 3 little angels, but there's nothing we can do about it. There's no legislation that would have done anything about this or whatever. That infuriates me because I'm like, why are you there? If you can't do anything to fix the problems that the country's facing or even your own state, why are you there? Why were you elected? This idea that we can regulate drag shows, drag show readings, because it's harmful to children, but we can't regulate the things that's actually killing children. I don't know. Seems a little bit of bullshit. But like I said, I'm not gonna say anything about it, so I'm gonna zip my lips.
Yeah, I mean, not to continue that, but I just want to say I watched the video of the cops shooting the person several times, and I could not get enough of it. Kudos to those cops in Nashville, went in there, handled their business, did what they had to do. I couldn't stop watching it. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It looked like some Call of Duty shit. Just they went in there, didn't give a fuck about what he or she was doing, and handled their business. So kudos to the Nashville Metro Police Department. They did their thing. Kudos to them. I can't say it enough. That shit was a masterclass. I hope they show that dash cam video in any kind of police training with those kind of situations, because they handled. 3 guys went in there. One of them was a guy had a pistol. I think two of them had pistols. You going up against a damn AR assault rifle, and you going in there with no problem. Like, kudos to them. I can't say it enough.
What that shows, though, Easy? It shows that there is a way to properly train for that kind.
100%.
That there's a proper. By the way, this rant is brought to you.
Sorry, guys.
But it shows that there's proper training. So again, to that Tennessee, I hope that causes him to lose his re-election and he never gets.
He won't. It's
I don't know. The problem has been shown. You have freaking in Texas, you literally 33 children get killed, and the governor still gets reelected despite the fact that he was over there sucking off all the police officers, despite the fact that they did a horrible job. So I don't know. That's that's one of the things that this brings about every single time this stuff happens, is like you get so much outrage, but yet you absolutely, even from the people themselves who are supposed to elect, all of us are outraged, but yet for some reason it seems our neighbors still continue to vote for these people, because at the end of the day, they prefer their guns over these kids' lives, and that's a problem. That's honest. What is it called? Pandemic? Not pandemic.
Epidemic.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. He knows the smart one between us. So it's just a problem, and it just has to be fucking changed, But anyways, we're not gonna talk about it.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'll jump into the actual random, if y'all don't mind. So I just want to let y'all know, I flew in first class for the first time the other day, and I just want to let y'all all know I can never go back. All of y'all is some broke bitches in my book, you know what I'm saying? I was drinking my free alcohol with my pinky up. Y'all can't fuck with me no more. I'm different now. I just want to let y'all know.
You can't. It's very addicting, my friend. Welcome to the club, Easy. Give me a high five.
And the best part about it, to really show y'all my cheap ass, it was complimentary upgrade.
Delta.
And that lady came up. Yeah, Delta. Shout out Delta.
Lady
came up. What you want to drink? So I'm like following the old white lady lead. She was like, "Oh, I want a vodka and cranberry." She make it 2. You know what I'm saying? And you coming back, man? Keep that thing rolling.
Listen, oh my God, Easy, you have to fly a red eye one time, because that's super nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know.
They were totally different outfits, now. By the way. Like for certain Delta, like I only fly Delta, but they were like totally badass outfits. Like the higher you go.
Yeah, red eye is the only way I travel from. Yeah. Like if I'm coming from like California back to Georgia,
yeah,
it's the only.
That's exactly what it was
because of the time change, right? So
yeah,
by the time you get here, it's morning. So red eye is the best way to do it. And
oh yeah,
I just want to say
and
that
it's not a lot of people.
I hope again that both Zino and Easy are proud that your advocate again is ATL Diva. You know what? We'll save Diva for last.
Look, hey, to be fair. This is where you want Diva in your corner. Now, the food shit, we can work on that. But that's how I know I'm not a broke bitch no more, because Diva just co-signed. Let's go.
She is our that is not just a gimmick. ATL, that is some real shit. She's not just making it up. That is who she is, and that's what makes her the gem that she is.
We're going to talk about the fact that my man over here, Easy, is flexing on a complimentary upgrade. But
hey, sometimes you got to have a little bit of humility when it comes to situations like this. You know, I could have sat here and thank God and all this other stuff, but I ain't gonna go down that road. I'm just letting y'all, you know.
Did you do the pre-TSA? The pre?
Oh, I got clear and all that. So that, you know, that's
because I'm actually traveling this month or next when this airs in April. I'm actually we're going to the Dominican Republic for a week. And my wife is so excited about the fact that we're doing the pre-check-in.
Man, look, it's a lifesaver. If you don't have that shit,
I'm actually excited because the fact if we're going in it's a big ass group, and I know they were going to make us late. So
how much does the pre-check cost doing it from Atlanta?
We'll see you later.
How much does that cost?
It's
for a year,
TSA. So
we're gonna get.
If you do pre-check, it's $85 for 5 years. But once you renew it, it's $70 for another 5 years. So like I just went through my renewal, it was $70. Now there's also Clear. Give you guys a quick put you guys on game. So you have Clear as well. So if you have both of them, I mean Atlanta Airport, I know people be like, oh man, you gotta get there 2 hours before. If you have both of those things, you through the line in like 5 minutes. As long as there's not a lot of craziness going on. Like you could literally get there 30 minutes, 20 minutes before your boarding time and make it to the gate right before they start calling. Like,
because I'm always late.
I'm just gonna tell you, like, what city that's probably trash no matter what is gonna be Miami. I don't have either because I just never really needed it like that. But Miami is just a horrible effing airport, period, for it to be an international airport, and it needs to be upgraded. And I don't know what they do with the money, but it's trash. That's all.
So let me try to bring some. Well, we already got levity with Easy and his, highfalutin. Oh, I can't sit with the peasants anymore. That shit.
Hey, y'all are all broke bitches if you're not with me.
I want to take this to social media. Okay, I've ranted about this before, but I'm seeing an upswing in it, and I have to bring it up again. Okay, people in the land of social media, I beg of you, please stop with the "I'm sick" selfie. Okay. I don't need you to take a picture from your hospital bed where you're looking sick in the picture, where you're setting yourself up like this. You're like, I'm looking sick. Let me take a picture.
Your wristband in the photo too, bro. That's how people get y'all. That's how people hack y'all.
But I don't care. Just get well, okay? I don't need to know what you're going through. Just go get fucking well. Stop taking the picture. Oh, I gotta look sick. If you're sick, just take the time to go get better. Please, I'm begging you. Stop with the looking sick selfie.
Have you seen the ones where they take it with like their sick grandma or grandpa?
Yes.
Like,
oh man,
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Or dying with grace.
Yes. Come on, man. Or having somebody take it for you, where you're laid up and you're sleeping. It's like, hey, take this picture of me, but I'm gonna post it from mine. Hey, I'm sick. Thoughts and prayers. Blah blah blah. Just stop, okay?
Man, I had somebody the other day post a photo of their dead grandma in the coffin, and I'm like, yo, can you remove this?
Just please, I'm begging you to stop with the looking sick self. I got to look downtrodden so you can see how sick I am. Just get well, okay? Just get fucking well.
That reminds me of 16 is, have you ever, so we used to have people who would call out from work and they would say they're sick, but every single time they called out when they're sick, there's a cough. Like,
oh yeah. Yes.
Like, you're gonna call me after you clear your throat first?
Yes, they gotta put on the theatrics. Also, just to put it in, Zeus, at that place that we won't name that we used to work at. Man, do you know that, and Diva too, do you know that they used to play those messages on speaker until HR got after their ass about playing it because people are on there talking about what's wrong with them, and they playing it on speaker. What are we doing?
The damn what's it called? Them to them damn self. Let them keep doing that shit. Like,
yes.
We know you ain't sick, but you got sick time, so just use it.
Just
but
use
see,
it.
First of all, I'm so petty that when you come back to work, I'm going to have like a little thing of Hall's cough drops and put it on your desk for you.
You should you should walk in with a nightgown and be like one of the nurses.
The nurses.
Oh my god.
Hey, just in case you need.
So your cough went away in 24 hours? I've never heard of that. Is that on Google?
Shit. Diva, did you random? I mean, you were talking about stuff, but I don't know if you did or not.
No, I didn't. So I'm undecided, but I think okay. So I had one random, but then like your social media one like super triggered me.
Let me look.
I'm gonna go in on that one. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be to you. Okay, I'm trying to clean it up so my language isn't so horrible.
All right, start now. 200 episodes in.
All right, so what really peeves my gears and I find comical are you psychopaths that cry on effing social media about your life. Okay, there was this one chick and she was like crying because like she's going through a divorce and she's like crying and she's washing her face and then all these people are giving her sympathy and I'm like, no, you're effing psychopath, you whore, because first of all, I would never be caught dead crying on camera. Are you crazy? Like, why would I do that? Let alone washing my face and doing a voiceover. So for any of you guys, if we do content, how many takes is that going to be? Like, you literally had to cry and then do a voiceover and say, yeah, my husband and I of this many years, we decided that we're going to, oh, wait, no, let me erase that. No, let's start over.
Wait a second.
My husband, like come on.
Is this a beauty tutorial page or something like that? Why is she washing her face?
Okay, so this is the new thing on social media. This is like the new gag on social media to get people to stay on your page longer, is that women will either be like doing their hair or doing their makeup or washing their face or some kind of regimen. So you're like, oh, cool. How's this going to turn out? So this girl was like videoing herself and she's washing her face and brushing her teeth. And then she's crying and talking about how her and her husband love each other, but they're going to get a divorce. And his mental health is in like a little bit of shambles right now. But she loves him and he loves her and blah, blah, blah. And so many people are in the comments like, well, if you love him and he loves you and nothing else super catastrophic happened, like, why wouldn't you guys like separate or work on it? But then like, she's super offended. And listen, let me tell you something. If you just want people to agree with you, then you need to put that shit in the comments. Like, oh, I only want people to comment who agree with me, because all of a sudden the girl who was crying and she's so hurt was being awful snappy in the comments with people who were asking legitimate questions about it. Even so that she like went in on one guy because she was like, well, you only have 124 followers and my 40+ million followers on all my platforms is the reason I do this content. Because a lot of the men felt like you shouldn't be discussing like your married life on social media, or if you're going to, like, you should be prepared that people are going to ask questions. But I just need people, when you watch these videos, to understand what it takes to edit and put all this stuff together. And she had to go through like 3 to 4 different types of editing to get this video done. First, make the video.
I think you should back up off her because she's having a hard time. Because she's gonna have a hard time when she's posting the video of her commenting, crying with the voiceover
while she's looking sick.
Yeah,
but while she's brushing her teeth, while in the middle of her tears, she breaks down and starts to cry like while she's brushing her teeth.
28th the year of our Lord.
It's not in the light. Get out of here.
But these people are so crazy. Like, and then like these people who just literally take a picture of themselves while they're crying. I don't get that either. Oh. And they're like, oh, I'm so sad. Oh wait, is that a good angle? Did you get all my tears?
You know,
like,
I'm at my grandmother's funeral crying. Sickening. Absolutely sickening. So we on the same page, Steve. Oh, are you now an advocate for what? Okay.
Happy 200th episode.
Oh God.
It finally happened.
It only 200 episodes.
No.
Finally. So, my other random. I have another one really quick. Why do white people always like to be naked in public and then it's like okay to do?
That's a great question.
Like, they always do weird stuff and it's supposed to be socially acceptable, even though they get arrested. Like, nobody's ever outraged. Like, there was a streaker at a Texas A&M baseball game, and the dude, like, what is the obsession?
To be fair, I really don't want to see anybody naked and streaking anywhere, no matter the color. Just saying.
But
I know.
I will say, black folks don't do that.
We don't do that shit.
Not on
we don't even have the privilege to do that. Right. We would be like, horrible criminals who, oh my God, their children hear you, you get all these connotations and these labels, but then this guy who does it, he's just going to be considered a young white kid who was overreacting celebratory, and that's going to be that.
Yeah, if a white guy does it, he's just having fun. His team, the
Yes.
Bruins won the Stanley Cup. If a black guy does it, he's probably on heroin or crack.
Good old fashioned family racism always rears its ugly head. But you know what? I will say what was not ugly, and that was us doing random on the 200th episode of the radio show ATL. All right.
You are now listening to the radio show ATL.
You are now listening to the radio show.
Bruh. This is that knowledge you can't learn in college right here. Little news you can't refuse and hopefully not abuse, We ain't doing nothing here but trying to help folks get their weather together, church. That's it.
Oh my God.
Christian, you sound very pimp adjacent, and I like it.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
So, all right, so we come to the end here, episode 200. I really can't put in the words that we actually have done 200 of these things, but what I can put in the words is the amount of gratitude that we have for ZZ Talk coming to hang out with us, Zeus and Zino. Yay. Much love to you guys. We had Jimmy from On The Geaux Podcast hanging out. We were supposed to have some more people, but they ran into some issues, but it's cool. There will be others. This is not the end. It's just simply the beginning. So, Diva, Easy. I know Cujo's not here. Tiki's not here. Jerk's not here, but I got much love for you guys. There is no other crew that I'd rather argue with, talk shit with, do all this stuff with. Love you guys to death, man. Just grateful for the opportunity to do this with y'all all the time.
Cool.
I'm super happy. I've been a part of this for a long time, and I eased myself onto this show on an accident and never left. And it is what it is.
And you can't leave now. I mean, I know we have our spouse back and forth, but that this show wouldn't be this show without you causing your shenanigans. This is how we get down. And Easy, who's off camera doing stuff.
Sorry, I'm not trying to do like the foul ball safety guy.
All good. We just, like I said, man, appreciate doing it with you, bro, as well. This is 200. We're hoping for 200 more.
Sorry. Usually we get to plug stuff, but we don't have our show to plug right now. Can I plug someone else's stuff?
Sure.
Okay. I just want to plug a website of someone who is a St. Louis-based jazz vocalist. Check out our website. It's mikelpostel.com. So that's like Michael E. Postel. It's actually pronounced Mikel. So MICHAELEPOSTELL.com for the podcast listeners.
Appreciate that.
Send that over to 16, and he will put it in the description.
Yes, we will, and on the screen there too. So again, episode 200. Like I said, great to have ZZ Talk hanging out with us. One of our frequent collaborators. We're looking forward to them getting back on the air. Like I said, again, much love to Diva, Easy, Jerk, Cujo, all the people that's like in our village of people that we kick it with. My Black Friend, Notorious Moms, Mama's Cocktail Hour, the Break
Tiki Blue.
Yes, I did say Tiki. Did I miss Tiki?
You missed Tiki.
Oh shit, Tiki, love you, and I didn't mean to miss you. And I mentioned your name before, but I missed you naming all those. But all the people that's in our community, much love and thank you for episode 200. So I guess I can finish with my catchphrase that I've said probably 200 times or more. So please just remember and never forget, you're not just listening to a radio show or some radio show. You're listening to the radio show ATL. Thank y'all for listening, watching, downloading. We'll catch y'all next time.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Where the heck did Easy go? Did he step up for a second?
I think dog.
Yeah, I think the dog ate him.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he had dropped off. All right, there we go. I didn't see that part because I had the full screen up.
Yeah, no worries. I was just sitting there. I was like, yeah, that Kim Kardashian song is trash. And I was like, wait, I'm backstage. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a one gotta go. Because if not, I actually had one last week that I did not get to that we ran out of time with. But this is your segment, so.
Well, what is your one gotta go surrounded by?
It's food related.
Ah, okay, because I had one food related as well. So what is your food? I guess we can go there and then.
It is shit. I thought I had this mother. I gotta look at my deleted here. I think did I delete it?
Well,
but it was definitely the food.
other three. I don't see the other three. Shit's the one that's gone.
Because I had one around. Well, we got different types of chips, so I know we haven't done chips.
Yeah, that was the one I had. It was different types of chips, but it was one I scoured and found on the internet. Man,
yeah, man. I mean, do y'all eat more like kettle or tortilla chips? Because I had a kettle one that I thought was like really good, but the tortilla one's pretty good too.
But this one was fucking good. But it don't have to be food. I mean, like I said, bro, this is your segment. You can do whatever the hell you want. You know.
Well, I mean, look, I'm always open to if you got one that I don't know about. I'm down for it. So
can we just pause and talk about how 16 just used another like old man reference, scoured?
Thank you, Diva. 200 episodes. All right here. God, Diva, she doesn't eat. She just drinks water. She doesn't even eat anything. Good God.
I do eat things, but I like more organic, natural stuff.
Mute yourself.
Look, the chip industry knows what they are, just like cigarettes and beer, right? They're not sitting here trying to be the health advocates or add years to your life. You're here for a good time, not a long time when you buy those products, okay? You know that walking in.
What's my catchphrase, Easy? It's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you.
Well, now you can just make your own potato chips now. It doesn't take that long.
No,
hard pass on that. Yeah.
Hard pass. Yeah. That's an aggressive no, Diva. Very aggressive no.
Potato chips.
Huh?
I make my own potato chips.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
I way to the store and I get my potato chips because I ain't making no. It takes like 30 minutes for you to bake them and then you eat them in like 5 seconds.
No. Hard pass.
I mean, but I like to cook, so I like have fun doing stuff like that.
The problem I have with cooking, like my wife does all the cooking, because you're spending like 45 minutes to cook something, and you scarf that shit down in like 5 minutes, and you're like,
you wanna feel like you're cooking potato chips. Open up a bag of Lay's, put it in a bowl, throw it in the microwave for 20 seconds, and then bam, you just made potato chips. They look cooked, they're bright, the oil's popping out. You know,
I don't own a microwave.